You found yourself in the Get Rich Tubecast, your bi-weekly dose of gaming and other shit for those of us who live in the real world. This is Sherrick Getchell, and I'm joined here by my ever-present homosexual co-host, Richard Mulder.
Fuck, I just fucking died again!
The perfect intro. And his little
We're power leveling, and I cannot seem to get out of a damn rift without dying.
It's because you're getting too cocky. You're just following me like
it's because I need to be in there.
Like a little prison bitch, like hanging on to my pocket.
It's exactly what's happening. You know what it is? I made a male wizard. That's why I did. That's what I did wrong.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wait. Oh, that's right. I was like, wait, there's a flag missing, and his little brother Randy Newman. Just throw that in there right now.
That's a long run-on sentence for an intro.
Yeah.
All right. What should I name my character?
The tits.
I named my last one asshole. The other one was the sexecutioner.
The sexecutioner.
I don't know
I'm trying to think of something.
This is tough.
Trans-asphyxiated eradication.
Wow, that's too much. How about
That's
just...
pretty good though.
Yeah, I don't think that'll fit.
I'm gonna name her Tranny.
There you go.
Tranny.
All right, wait. So I'm gonna. Like, this is a really weird start to this. But anyways, I'm going to back this out, and I'm going to start a lobby at T6, and I'm going to run the rifts while we do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Randy, just be careful in that rift.
Yeah. Both of you, be fucking careful in that rift. All right, so actually, let's just put it at T5. I think T6 was the problem last time we tried, right? All right, so you guys join on me. Anyways, so before we get into the... I think we're going to have a little bit of other shit before and after. I kind of wanted to start and just jump right into the whole, I don't know, did either one of you see the new Spider-Man movie?
I have not, and what did you think, Randy?
It was good. It was good that they didn't do another intro movie, because God knows we've had too many of those.
It was slow, in my opinion. I was like, God damn, can we get to some, like, web swinging, ass kicking action?
I heard it was really good. I heard from almost everybody that I've talked to that saw it. They said it was amazing.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love the movie. I thought the villains were great. I thought that the execution of the movie was really good too. Like, they really did set up a good Spider-Man universe, and that's obviously what they were trying to do. But I feel like it took forever for, yo, what is up with this little, like, pedophile shit going on with Randy over here?
I know, it's hilarious. It's great.
What's up?
Can we start this game or what? What are you doing?
I was just making sure Randy could handle the difficulty too before I, like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Because it'll pop up a little thing on my thing. Anyways, okay, so let's start this rift. So you haven't seen it yet, Richard?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, when you go see it, we'll have to talk about it more.
Yeah, I heard it was really, really good though, and I love Michael Keaton, so I need to go see it.
Yeah, it's good,
but I feel like they picked the wrong villain for him.
Really?
You think so?
Yeah.
I guess I can see it. I like that they had like I like that they had the family aspect though. You know?
Yeah.
The whole
it was
like,
a good little twist.
I'm not evil because I want to be. I'm evil out of necessity. I thought that was cool, and I really thought that the way they tied that in the very beginning of the movie with the whole Avenger thing, like, you know, the Avengers caused this. We're just trying to make $1, you know, doing what we can. Fuck you, get out. We take care of this now. You know,
it was done well.
I was like, oh damn,
yeah,
all right.
It was done well.
Also, since you've seen it, Randy, you've probably seen the trailer. I don't know if you have, Richard, but I know we talked about it. Black Panther. That shit looks fucking dope.
I think that does look pretty cool. It's interesting. Heyo, I'm about to die again probably.
Yeah, I got you.
That does look good, but honestly, the one that I am most excited about is Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, hell yes.
It's gonna be.
That new trailer is sick.
See, here's the thing with that. I agree. I'm really excited for it. I'm not trying to downplay it or be argumentative or any of those things that our listeners out there are gonna be like, fuck Sherrick. He's a hater.
I don't like
Well, that's just based on skin color, though. It's Trump's America now.
That's why you like Black Panther so much. You're like, you're Black Power.
Black people. Yeah. Pretty
Black
much.
people unite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Africa. But
I don't know. Bilbo's in Black Panther, so we're good.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
I don't like Black Panther anymore. I'm just kidding.
Show these motherfuckers, dude.
Where are you?
There's one too many white guy in it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Thor
So
Ragnarok, though, that's what I'm talking about. That shit's gonna be amazing.
yeah, but I think it's going to be interesting to see the way they set up Lady Death because that's who that is, and obviously she's the I don't want to say the antagonist or the protagonist. She's just kind of there in the whole Infinity War thing, or not Infinity, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
The Infinity Crisis, I guess, is what they call it. So obviously Thanos is trying to make her want to fuck the shit out of him, and that's his end goal. But she's like, yeah, fuck you. This isn't, that's I can't. I won't show you affection. I will purposefully attempt to not show you affection. That way, I know that you aren't using the glove to manipulate me to show you affection. Because obviously, with the Infinity Glove, what's his face? Thanos could just make her love him, but he doesn't want to do that. But anyways,
To be honest, I completely just blacked out for all of that. Whatever you just said.
You said Infinity way too many times.
it was
You said it in an infinity amount of times.
an infinite amount of infinities.
You're like me talking about raspberries.
Okay. Well, I'm about to nerd out real quick right here, but this whole story, I think, of Thor Ragnarok it's based off of kind of like the Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, comic book storyline. So if you don't know what that is,
I think that the importance of Ragnarok is going to be to tie in every character in this cinematic universe to the Infinity War movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the only way to tie in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Yup.
Well, and the I don't know if you saw they started the Infinity whatever shooting, and there was a little blip where they showed Captain America and the guy who plays Captain America and Robert Downey Jr. and all that talking and blah blah blah, and the kid from Spider-Man was there, and Chris Pratt was there too. So clearly,
Right.
they are bringing the Guardians of the Galaxy into the next Avenger or whatever Infinity movie, which is interesting because I don't know how the fuck they're going to do that. But yeah, Ragnarok's going to be dope, no doubt.
The when I used to love comic books, and oh shit, I thought that guy was still alive. I was like, ooh. I used to love comic books, and the whole concept behind Planet Hulk was the whole concept behind Planet Hulk was that all of the heroes. How are these guys getting behind us? Holy fuck!
Is there another one?
There's right
Because
behind
we're
us.
not clearing it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So anyways, all the heroes, so like the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Captain America, everybody, they sent Hulk away. They shot him out to this planet.
But wait!
just
Before
because
we even
he's
go
too
there,
dangerous.
we can't undermine the fact that they had the whole fight between, was it Pandemonium in Hulk? Who was maybe it was Sentry. Maybe it was Sentry and Hulk, where they woke Sentry or whoever it was up, that they finally put them to sleep, because as long as they're asleep, they're in control of the person or whatever.
Yeah.
But as long as he's awake, he's infinitely powerful and unstoppable. So they put him to sleep, and then they wake him up to knock the fuck out of Hulk, and they end up knocking each other out. So it works out for the best. That fight
It's
was
gonna be
epic.
cool.
I
This is
wonder
gonna
if they're
be-
gonna.
What do you think? What do you think about in the trailer the Hulk talking? Do you think that they showed too much?
No. I think that is finally the fact that they're going to show that Doctor Strange is going to separate Bruce and the Hulk from each other.
Yeah.
Which is going to be dope, because then it's possible that later on we get to see Kla, if you know who Kla is.
I do not know who Claw is. What's that one?
Claw is Hulk's Hulk.
Is he the Red Hulk or?
No, he's black with red stripes all over him. He's fucking gnarly, dude. He has like a blonde
Sounds
mohawk.
amazing.
Yeah, he's super powerful. He goes up against Apocalypse
That's
like
amazing.
single-handedly and is like able to like make Apocalypse have second thoughts about if he can beat him or not. Like, it's dope. He's dope. Basically, it's like if you take the Hulk, create internal conflict, and then let him release that emotion or anger him while he's in that emotion, Claw comes to the surface, which is just Hulk backwards, right?
Oh, okay, cool. I get you.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cool.
super stupid.
but it's kind of cool at the same time. You're like, because you don't notice that at first. You're like, oh yeah, Claw, and then you're like, wait
That's
a
some
second.
Trolls 2 shit.
God damn it!
You die
Fuck!
again.
Yes, Sauce, this
Dude.
asshole just like hit one shot of me. God damn it!
Damn it, dude.
All right.
He spawned right by me. I had
Okay,
to
come
fucking-
on. Yeah, he did. I
Come on.
tried to come up there and distract him with my minions.
It's all good.
My minions of evil. Yeah. So yeah, well, on the lines of Black Panther, let's be real. They're about to establish the first major black superhero. They established the female with Wonder Woman. Now they're gonna like really establish the first black major superhero, which I guess you could say, what's his face? The Hawk dude from the Civil War series. But that's kind of
Oh yeah,
that guy's
he's kind
lame.
of a bitch though.
He's kind of.
Well, I mean,
lame.
you've got Luke Cage has his own TV show.
Yeah, but
That's
man, Luke Cage is not like really doesn't become badass until whatchamacallit happens. The Avengers adopt him into the Avengers. Then he's kind of cool.
He's
Yeah.
still pretty badass, dude. Like he's pretty
As a hero, he
fucking
is. As a hero, he is. But like, he doesn't have any ties to like the major universe yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just
Well,
kind of
that's
a,
kind of like
a
the
dude.
whole
Well, I don't
Netflix
think they want
thing
to
is
tie
a
him
little
to
bit
this universe.
I don't think they want to yet. I think they want to be able to do a little bit more with the whole. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Richard, do you think? Don't come in here. There's lots of fucking enchanted orbs. I think that they don't want to tie him in yet. I think that they're kind of waiting for the perfect time, so to speak.
There's the new like Daredevil / Punisher teaser kind of came out too.
Oh,
And it looks like
wait.
it looks
TV
like they're
show?
bringing in Jessica Jones and they're bringing in Luke Cage and Daredevil and Elektra. Everybody's gonna be.
Oh, are you
together.
talking about the Defenders thing that they're doing? The Defenders
Yeah.
or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
That looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
Defenders, there it is.
Although
just didn't like
Jessica Jones is kind of an anti-hero.
God, we should probably talk about something else. We've been talking about this fucking Marvel shit for 20 minutes. It feels like,
A hot minute.
and me dying. But
Yeah, by the
Yeah,
way, I
well,
almost died in that.
Yeah, we didn't.
So,
We don't even have to talk about that yet because you've
I popped.
done it. So, okay. So, yeah. So let's just jump into our Diablo stuff real quick. So season 11 started, as most people probably listening to this are aware that we talked about in the last show. And if you played Diablo, you know clearly, it's good. I like that this time they brought some challenges and stuff that aren't like out of this world, because I feel like our first season on console,
Conquest.
yeah, I feel like the conquests were stupid difficult, where it was like complete the game in 15 minutes, kill all the bosses in 20. Like none of them were like in the realm of rationality. It wasn't like, oh, okay, I could get that done real quick right out the gate and get, a conquest done. It was like, no, I've gotten to the point where I have to do a conquest, and this shit is still nearly impossible. Like, I need a good group to do this or whatever. So I like that they toned it down a little bit. I think Avarice is a good one. The 50 million.
Yeah, was that 50 million gold streak outside of the vault?
Outside of the vault, outside of a couple different places. It's like the vault, some other bullshit. But here's the thing: you can take it to what area is it? I was just reading it last night because I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? Because I thought once I was like, okay, well once I get to 50 million gold, I'm booming. No, that's not what it is. Oh, what the fuck is the place? They said you could do it in the Fields of Misery or the place going to Adria. And then you just like
the
go
ruins of Corvus.
Yeah, and you don't kill anything. You turn your pets off, you don't kill anything. You go all the way through it with illusionary boots, create a portal back to town. Take the illusionary boots off, put on whatever you want to put on to get extra gold fine, and then go through and just kill everything. Use the Boon of the Hoarder, a couple other things that make just gold go nuts. You can do the boots, the Saint, whatever's gloves that make it like once you get a massacre, it makes it rain gold. Blah 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 blah, and just go through and do it that way. And supposedly it's supposed to be pretty simple if you do it that way. I don't know if that's true, but supposedly. So I think I'm gonna give that a go soon. Maybe I'll make a video and throw it up on our channel.
Yeah, that'll definitely be one of the easier conquests to get. It feels like. And then of course the gems, like everybody gets the gems one.
Well, but here's the thing, dude. If you do the hardcore version, you get the regular core version too. That's 2 fucking conquests completed for 1.
What do you mean?
So there's 2. There's No. The Avarice, whatever. There's the regular core, like just do it, and then there's the conquest for doing it in hardcore mode. So you get 2 conquests for doing the 1.
I don't think that's right, man.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because everything else in the conquest works, where if it says just do it, then you get that one as well as if you had to do it in hardcore. It might be different because it's a conquest, but every other challenge or whatever you get.
Yeah, the challenge. So, but it'll say like hardcore, because like Avarice is actually a different challenge than the softcore version. Like the softcore is named something else. I don't remember what it's called.
Avarice is the softcore one. I'll look in just a second. But
here, I'll look at it right now. I'm in this...
Oh, that's right. You're in bitch mode.
Oh, motherfuck! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Where are
fuck
you? Where are you?
Stupid ass executioner or exorcist or whatever just fucking came up right as I hit pause. Like, you piece of shit.
I'm like trying to drop some items so I can pick up this legendary hammer and break it down.
Well, so let's just talk about this bullshit. I lost my good character yesterday. I was going for the Tal Rasha build, and I don't know, like, I've never played it before, and I don't think I didn't understand the build well enough, and I just pushed it a little bit too far, too fast, and just didn't do it, man. Just didn't
backfired.
do it.
I feel like that's why I feel very comfortable in this season with the Necromancer, because I have been able to practice with the Necro.
Yeah, the jeez Louise, man. There's not a lot of protection for the Tal Rasha. If you're down out of Archon, it's like you better look out. You better look out.
True. Full break it all down. Yeah, I don't even understand the full whatever of the Tal Rasha build. I've never actually like gotten the full set to actually, see what it's capable of. What's really, really dumb that I've noticed that they've taken out of the game? If you leave a rift with the blood shards in it, you lose those blood shards. You can't like go spend some shit at Kadala and come back. Like you're just screwed.
If you close the rift?
No, like if you're like shit, I don't have room for blood shards, and you teleport out, and you're like, I'll go spend some shards with Kadala, and then you come back, shards are gone. You can't get them. So make sure you spend the shards. Yes, it's happened to me like 5 times now, and I keep on remembering like, fuck, I should have spent the shards first. But yeah, all you console players, spend your fucking shards when you get them. Do not hoard them. You will lose your shards if you leave the rift. And I feel like I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if they did it on purpose. If they did it on purpose, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's literally like them saying, fuck you, you're screwed. Because I don't know. I'm not always looking at my blood shards.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
I
recent.
don't know
It wasn't happening when me and you were playing in the off season. So
that.
I don't know.
This is pathetic.
But what? So what do you think so far of season 11 in general, though?
I mean, well, it remains to be seen. It's so early right now. You got a lot of people. In fact, since we're back here, I'm just gonna take a look at the leaderboards real quick. So, who's pushed the highest?
I don't. I think
see
I'm gonna.
here.
I want to say it's the Necromancer because I looked 2 days ago and they're already at 91.
91.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're ahead of the Wizard right now.
They were
Check
up
this.
there. I would imagine that they're even higher than that now. Like I mean I can.
93. Yep, 93 is
Yeah.
where it's at. And then you've got the Wizard behind them at 89. Oh, and then you've got you've got Demon Hunters at 89 also.
I'm surprised that the. Yeah, they're way ahead of everybody.
Yep. 93. Wow.
Look at the barbarians. They're only at 79. That's rough.
Well, Barbarians have just really been nerfed. Like the last couple seasons, have just been.
Where's the Witch Doctor at? 80. All right, the Witch Doctor's doing okay. I kind of expect that for the Witch Doctor though. They're almost like the Necromancer with less power and way less defense.
Yeah. They're super sketchy to freaking play as.
Unless you have a fetish army, then you're a fucking boss, kind of. As long as they don't get through your fetish army.
Yep. Key point. All right, we're doing this again.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the Necro in the season? Now that I've just looked at the leaderboards, like they're fucking crushing it.
Yeah, man, he's pretty. I mean, you think he's overpowered? I
No.
think it's probably.
I don't think he's
You
overpowered.
don't think he's overpowered?
No, because I feel like there's a very fine balance of you have to so if you told me, like, let's say Randy had just started playing and he was like, oh, I want to play the Necromancer, I'd be like, you're an idiot. Do not play the Necromancer. The Necromancer's learning curve is very unfriendly to new players because you make a mistake, you die. Like there is no room for error, and so I feel like they're not overpowered. Yeah, and so that's why I feel like they're not overpowered because they have a very clear weakness. Know what the fuck you're doing, or die, or don't make a stupid mistake, or you die. Like it's as simple as that. So I think that there's a lot of risk for the reward. Is what it really boils down to.
That's kind of what I found when I was playing off season. Was he was very frail, very strong, but very frail.
Yeah, for sure, super frail. But like I said, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing because it puts them in a position where I'm kind of leaving you guys behind. I apologize. It puts them in a position where like you can't make a dumb mistake. You really got to be on your game.
Yeah.
So.
The dog is just crawling all over me right now.
I like that they're up there in the leaderboards. I like that finally we're seeing a class that challenges where the leaderboards have ever gone before.
That you know what? That's a good point too. Is like they really did it right. I think they did a good job on the Necro.
Yeah,
they did a very good job on him.
It's just well balanced too. As much as people like to complain about like, oh, they're so powerful and they can do this and they can do that. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but at the same time, like, like we've seen before in the off season, we are having grotesques at Greater Rift 70 one-shot us into cooldowns on their explosion. That's crazy. I've never played a character where, you have to worry about a grotesque explosion once you have your set. So like to me it's like that shows how weak they can be, but how much because I mean we cleared that 70. I feel like if it wasn't for the grotesques, that was the only thing that was giving us a hard time. Other than that, we crushed it. Damage-wise, DPS-wise, we were right on point. All right, be careful coming up here, Richard, because there's still some guys to like, right?
See, and these are the worst rifts to get. These stupid little. First of all, I hate this new level that they did. That's one thing that I can't stand about the
All right, you can come.
Expansion was these stupid stages. But So when I lost my Tal Rasha, I had popped, but I stayed in the rift. I forget which one I was running. It wasn't that high. It was like 45 or
Exits
something.
over here.
And I popped. So I decided to stay in because there just wasn't too much going on in the rift. And I went out of Archon. I lost my Archon stacks, and then it was freaking. There was like those, when you get those huge clusters of goblins.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, well, I'm gonna freaking go for it, and and I went in.
Didn't
And
pay
I
off.
didn't even realize there was one of those stupid ass bloaters, and he just put a little ground effects on, and my health just went to shit real fast.
That sucks. Yeah, and I hate that goblin enticement because I feel like you only see it in the rifts or whatever when there's just like a giant like pack of them.
Yo, help me out, brother. Help
Run
me
to me,
out.
run to me, run to me.
I can't, dude. I can't.
Shit,
They're
what's
chasing me
happening?
back. Randy. There we go.
All right.
I got you. I was actually changing up my controller because it was like battery level getting low, and I said I'm not getting fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
You can only go low battery when it's solo play because at least the game will pause for you.
Yep.
So the the Tal Rasha, the goblin thing. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's very funny that they do that because I think that's in the game because they know that no matter what you're gonna be like, oh shit, goblin, let me, and when there's like 50 of them, you're like, fuck that, I'm getting this.
Yep.
Like no matter what, like this is a ride or die situation. Yeah, because I've been in some situations like that where it's like a bandit pylon and it's like I already popped it. Like what the fuck do you want me to do?
Hmm.
I didn't necessarily die, but it wasn't like the smartest decision I ever made.
That's
That was
one thing that's
idiot.
interesting about the Necro too is when he pops, it's not like you're ultimately saved right from the start.
Here's my opinion. Only if you're in the Rathma build, because in the Rathma you have 17 minions to consume, right? So every minion consumed gives you 10% of your health back. So as soon as it consumes all your minions, it gives you 170 if you have all your minions out. Which I would imagine.
That's only if you have the full Wrath build, though, right?
No, that's just the way the cooldown or the cheat death works. It heals you for 10.
I just popped from the stupid dragon thing blowing its flame at me.
Yeah, those things are powerful. I've died from them before just because I was being an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just popped from it right
Well,
now.
so like if I go into my thing, if we just sit here for a second, if we go into the thing, final service says when you take lethal damage, you're sustained, preventing all damage for 4 seconds. In addition, all minions are consumed to heal you for 10% of your life. Oh, never mind. Worded totally different. So it gives you 10% of your life back for all of your minions, no matter how many you have.
Total.
Right.
Right. I thought.
Did you lose all your minions?
So when you
I
pop, you
played
really
it.
only
Yeah, you lose all your
really
minions.
only heal a quarter of your health.
Oof, that's
But-
danger zone, man.
Yeah. Well, it puts you in a double danger zone as in Rathma. And now that I'm seeing it that way, the Rathma is probably the worst fucking set for that. Because if it's 10% for each minion consumed, then it's the best, because you have pets out, so you're gonna get a decent chunk healed back on you. But if you don't have pets, well, you are fucked. So I guess it's better not to have the pets because at least you don't lose anything. Whereas the Rathma depends on the pets to get in things' faces, which can be a little scary when you don't got shit.
That's what's cool
to throw in someone's face.
about the Necro too, though, is like you
Watch
have
out.
so many distractions,
Yeah.
I'm keeping right back here at this doorway.
Yeah, I would. Exactly. The Necro, I think, it's exactly what Diablo needed for Seasons to have like a fresh breath of air,
Mm-hmm.
and to get that competition rolling again to where people will be like, oh shit, I can't just build a Firebat's Witch Doctor and you know what I mean, place in the top 100 players overall. Like I actually got to do some work because this Necro can put in some very serious work very quickly. I'm telling you, dude, the Necro had already reached level 72 by the third day on console.
By the third day, huh?
By the third day, they had already pushed into 72. I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
Like, how am I going to keep up with this? But now it's peaking out in the 90s. And I think that's where it's
Exactly.
going to
And
kind of say.
And that's where I think we're kind of at the point right now where it's only going to change, probably 10 levels right now for most of the classes.
Right. Yeah.
But
I don't
we'll
think we're
see.
going to see
honestly-
this crazy 110 plus clears on, on console at least.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Talrasha Wizard last season cleared almost there. I don't know if it was quite 110 or.
Yeah, I was
way up
thinking
there, though.
either like 103, I think is where they got to. But that
Yeah, it
dude
was
had like
definitely
all
hundreds.
primals except for like 2 pieces. I was like, Jesus. And they were like perfect rolls too. So like God knows how many primals he actually got.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I always get just get such a boner whenever I get a primal.
I'm
They're not even
still
like
trying
that.
to.
They're not even like that much better. but
They're like 10%
It's-
better, like at best.
but it's still just like, oh my god, yes.
It's like red.
You see that
red,
red
red
outline,
rage.
you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like yeah, you lose your fucking mind. I still haven't gotten a primal, so I'm sure the first time I get one, my dick is gonna shoot straight off my body and into my screen.
Oh, you've never gotten a primal before?
No, I've never gotten a
Oh.
primal to drop. It's
Shit,
rough,
man.
right? My RNG
Yeah.
is not on my side in games for whatever reason. My games are just like, oh, you like to play video games? Eat this bag of baby dicks.
Baby dicks, huh?
Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh.
Extra disrespectful.
Oh shit! Don't come in, Rich.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, shit.
God, dude, here it comes. Watch this motherfucker. He spawned on me too.
I got
He
you.
spawned
No, he
on
didn't.
us.
We didn't.
Ah!
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
He's dead. He's dead.
Thank God for baby dicks.
I thought he spawned on Rick.
I thought he was
Mike was
gonna
right up
too, but
here.
as soon as I thought about it, I was like, last time he went straight for Richard. He knows where the easy kill is.
He does, man. He knows where the weak calf is.
Yeah,
sitting.
he's like, fuck this. I'm trying to eat. Yeah. So
Speaking of that, here's a cool thing. Speaking of the weak calves, I was watching this nature show. I was really high the other night, and watching this nature show, and I had no idea hyenas were so badass. They are ridiculous. You know they can run for 30 miles an hour, at 30 miles an hour for 30 minutes at a time.
that's pretty intense.
30 minutes. That's insane. Running 30 miles an hour for 30 minutes at a time. They just don't slow down. They're freaking badass, man.
Is that like a
So
momentum
cool.
thing to where they don't have to put out as much energy to maintain the speed, or is it just?
I don't
just
think
a
so. It's more of
beast?
just like the video was of like these gazelles that were running from them, and they went right for the baby gazelle, you know.
Mhm.
And man, they just wore it down. It was amazing. If you guys haven't watched it, checked it out. It's a thing called Speed Kills on Netflix. Woo, shit is fire.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Didn't you say that you went a little ham at the dispensary once you got your card?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, it's so cool. It's honestly, it's just so much better. It's freaking like it should be legal everywhere. I
Oh, yeah.
drink way less when I'm freaking when I.
I think you're way less prone to kill somebody or yourself when you're high versus drunk.
Because like let's be honest, all right. So all of us have driven a little bit tipsy, right? Like when you shouldn't have driven. But
A little
if
bit.
I'm
Can we be honest?
yeah, okay. All of us have driven drunk. before.
I've
And-
driven blackout drunk before. I don't remember the car ride. That's a problem. Like, we got in a
That's
car
terrible.
last night? Yeah, like, what the fuck you mean
And
we got
see,
in a car last night?
That's terrible. That's so terrible. Jesus, you're lucky you didn't kill a fucking child.
Or myself. Like, yeah, like I would have felt terrible killing
Fuck the
somebody
kid, what
else.
about myself?
Yeah, like, what about me? I got shit to do in life. Got moves to make.
God, man.
No, yeah.
Well, so that's
no.
the difference, though, because like you just you lose all your inhibitions when you're drinking, and like you're willing to do that. But if you're high and you're just too high, like I'm telling you right now, I'm just like I can't drive. Like why would I drive right now? That'd be so irresponsible of me.
I think you're just too lazy to drive too. You're like, man, I should totally go get some Taco Bell. Fuck that, dude. I do not have the
Taco Bell
motivation to go
delivered?
to. Yeah, I don't have the motivation to go to Taco Bell. Wait, why are we running backwards? What happened?
Randy
I think I
went way back.
Oh, I was like,
yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
I was like, what the hell? I don't see any enemies chasing you guys. What the fuck's going on? I think that I agree. I think weed is a much more. But have you ever seen that cool little article about like why they ban certain drugs and how it's more race related than actual like harm related?
I have heard of this, yes. But expand. I just refresh my memory a little bit.
I believe weed was banned as like a oppressive act towards Mexicans. Cocaine was like an oppressive act towards blacks. It's a bunch of different like it's basically like all the natural drugs were banned as like because they're recreational like drinking. You know what I mean? Like who cares if you do coke? You know? Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Who cares if you do any, oh shit, dude, when you're in the 80s, I feel like if you grew up in the 80s, like you were a teenager or in your 20s in the 80s, like you were doing coke. Like every oh no. Woo.
Where are you?
Close one.
Yeah, for sure. And if you grew up in the '60s, you're probably hitting women. You know, like just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to say like weed's like on the same level as like beating a bitch, but I am saying that like like way less tolerance to like the ideologies of what is the consequence of doing X, Y, and Z. But
well,
more
like
so that it's like it's not well, obviously beating people is not okay, but like smoking weed and like doing coke, it's like yeah, there's side effects. You might have a fucking heart attack if you do too much coke. Don't do too much coke. You might die from alcohol poisoning. If you do too much,
like
drink
anything,
too much.
If you abuse it, it's like anything. But so the dispensary, like it's so awesome. There's no reason why it shouldn't be like we need to get rid of the stupid stigma in the United States of like that weed is so horrible for you. It's really not. There's so many benefits.
It's better for you than smoking a cigarette if we're being honest.
It's way better.
There's no chemicals, way less tar.
It's freaking natural. So the way this dispensary, since neither of you guys have been to a dispensary before, correct?
No, I just go to the weed dealer. Black.
I just give him a call. What's up, Robbie?
Yeah. I'd call up Rummy real quick and be like, yo, bro, I need you to slide through. The drug falcon swoops.
When I was in high school, when I was in high school, there was this kid, his name was Randy.
By the way, me and Richard went to high school together, so.
Yeah. Well, you weren't a part of this.
I wasn't cool with the same one. So.
I wasn't. Yeah, well, it would have been gay by the time you got there.
Yeah.
They took all the fun away. Anyways, I was gonna say, I don't remember Randy, so it's probably before my time.
I watch your guys' movies.
Or what? Our movies?
That one stupid one?
What was it called? Yeah, it was called no.
OSFM, man. One stupid fucking movie. That shit was crazy.
That blew up. I remember Chip. Chip was all like fucking crazy about that. Like, shut the fuck up, Chip. Bitch.
Well, anyways, people listening to this now are just.
I remember you guys. What didn't like one of your teachers get catfished?
I don't know. Possible.
I don't know if he got catfished or.
I think he got catfished, and then he left and he went worked at like Grand Canyon or something like that, right?
Wait, who is this? Who are we talking about?
I can't remember his name, but I thought that somebody catfished one of your teachers.
Blonde bitch. No, the redhead chick was fucking Lytle was fucking the redhead bitch.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we're airing everybody's dirty laundry right now.
What's her name? Like Caitlyn or some shit like? No, I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him at all.
This teacher was fucking a 16-year-old and then he left.
I would have fucked the shit out of her.
Oh god. Yeah, she's pretty hot. She's a freak.
Yeah. Anyways. Randy, this guy named Randy, the weed dealer.
Anyways, Randy and his dad. Well, so his dad was a pharmacist, and so oh no, a spider came out of nowhere, man. Come on,
no way.
Come on.
All right, Randy, let's finish this off and see if we can get you to 70.
Jesus Christ.
You might need to choose a class that has a little bit more tenacity in the armor realm.
Jiminy.
All right, we'll try again.
I think we've seen you die like 3 times in the last 20
You know what
minutes.
it is? This is because he talked shit about my first season, and now the karma's catching up. Of like, oh, bitch, you want to talk shit about Tetzel? Eat shit and die. Because this is what it was like for me. Like, literally, would make a character, kill a character, make a character, kill a character.
Well, I remember I was trying to even into being able to play adventure mode. You have to beat the game the first time, and Rich joins my party and increases the difficulty level by, I don't know, 50 torment levels. And my character died in like the third act, and I had to start all over again.
Yeah, bro. You gotta go hard in the paint, though.
You got to.
Necessary.
Right. Give this
So,
another shot.
anyways, Randy.
Yeah, so his dad was a pharmacist, and he would hook us up with freaking all kinds of, oh my God.
Where are
He
you?
would hook us up with all kinds of drugs and shit. And
Oh God.
so anyways, his name's Randy, but we called him Dandy. He was an Indian guy.
let's
Dandy!
let's not mention the name of this high school. Let's just.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
'cause I
it'd
feel
be
like-
pretty easy to figure out, but
Well, but here's the thing. I don't want to be responsible for some crazy lawsuit when they're like, "Fuck you guys for slandering our name." Like, slandering what? This shit really happened.
yeah, it's true.
These are true ass
proof,
stories. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, Billy used to bring
Just
buckets.
read your
Billy-
bios, right?
Here's another funny thing before we go on the continue on the tangent of Dandy. You remember fucking Billy? I'm not gonna say his last name, although I don't.
Yeah.
think
Oh
Billy
yeah, I know what
cares.
you're talking about.
So Billy, remember the other dude that used to? His dad was the rich lawyer. He lived in Ball. He was like always fucking high or drunk.
Yeah.
So okay, so he got kicked out like during football season. My first year there, he or no, that was actually during the whole fucking little arts bullshit that we used to do, the fine arts festival or whatever the.
Anyways,
Okay.
whatever.
So him and Billy used to bring 5-gallon buckets of mushrooms
Oh my God.
back to Ball and just fucking get down. And I was like, y'all are stupid. I never found out about that until Aaron. I was rooming with Aaron my first year, and he was like, bro, you know, Billy and them have mushrooms and shit over there. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? So I asked David about it. I was like, David, is this what the fuck? What's going on over there? Because he was living in Ball at the time. And he was like, yeah, they got like a 5-gallon bucket of mushrooms, bro.
Stupid, man.
What the fuck?
I did some stupid shit when I was in high school, but I have a rule now that I'm an adult and I have a fucking life, and I go by the great Bill Walton. He has some great advice. He says that you should not do any drug that you can't take for breakfast and function the rest of the day on it.
You can't take for breakfast. So it's completely.
So, fuck. Yo, hook a brother up, man. Come back for me.
I'm
Come
coming.
back for me. I got a stupid ass little dude following me.
Got him.
Yeah, you got him. Got him.
Okay, so
This asshole
for
down there.
Dandy and Dandy Randy.
Oh yeah, but that's really not that good of a story. But the the dispensaries,
All Orm stories
Like-
are good stories.
the dispensary though, it's so cool. So the way it works is super regulated. So you go in, there's a security guard. He checks your card, make sure you're legal, and then you go in the little lobby room. They check your card again, and then you have a bud tender come out, and he like takes you back into
Bud tender.
this room. It's all digitalized.
It's
all
like a brothel
digitalized.
for weed.
It's amazing. Exactly, like the madam.
brothel.
I'll let you
out.
choose which one you want. With the
Madam
great
comes
display
out.
today.
A brothel for weed. Do they like break everything down though? Or are they like, this is what this is the type of the high, the
if you have
content?
anxiety, if you have anxiety, this is good. Like this is a sativa, this is an indica.
Do they have weed for people with
hybrid.
erectile dysfunction? Because I've heard that's a thing.
Well,
That's the only reason I
weed
asked.
for erectile dysfunction, dude. Whenever I smoke or I'm high or anything, it's tough to get a boner, man. I'm not gonna lie, but
Okay, I've heard that was a thing. Not that I have a problem, and I'm pretty sure Amanda will attest to that for me.
Shmishmanda.
Amanda. She actually since the last podcast we did, I talked to her. I was like, hey, I showed her the clip. Like I just like snapped the clip of when we were talking about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to use your voice or your name because I didn't know if like you're gonna be fucking weird about having your name out there. And she was like, no, I don't give a fuck. Tell all the stories. And I was like, hell yeah, because I mean, Richard knows some of our stories. We have some fucking crazy adventures, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the conversations we have and shit are fucking hilarious. Some of the conversations her and Richard have had are fucking hilarious.
She's funny, man.
Yeah, she
She's a
is.
funny girl.
She's a lot of fun.
All right, are you in, Rick? Let's do
I
this
mean,
thing.
I'm not in it. I didn't know that you guys. Okay, let's go. So yeah, no. Anyways, high school for us, I feel like all the stories from high school are crazy because it's like you tell someone that story and they're like, "That's not that crazy." And you're like, by the way, I was 14." They're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "What are you talking about?" And you're like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Yeah, I went to a boarding school with kids around the world, and we used to fucking stick our dicks between our ass cheeks and fruit bowl the shit out of little Asian kid. You know, just all kinds of weird, crazy shit." And then people are like, "Yeah," people are like, "What the fuck happened to you as a child?" And you're like, "You know, I am the way I am now because I got a little fucked up in high school. You know, like high school did a number on my psyche."
Okay, here's a great topic of conversation. All right, so this would never happen in today's world. Like, and you'll definitely appreciate this, Rick, because you're a black guy. So, like, remember when we had Senior Slave Day? Do you remember that
God,
shit?
yeah, that shit was stupid.
We had Senior Slave. Like, can you believe that? I think back on that now. I'm like, how in the fuck did we have Senior Slave Day? Like,
Was that like where you had someone as your slave for the day?
No.
So
We were
seniors,
someone's
like,
Like
slave.
juniors had a freshman that was a slave?
No, we were the slave.
No, yeah, so the seniors were auctioned off one by one. Uh-oh. And they were auctioned off to the highest bidder.
No. Let's go
And
into
then
even greater detail. They brought us into the giant fucking dining hall and put us up on a stage.
It would have been better if they did it out. Like,
yeah,
it would
let's.
have been better if they did it out of, like the little church.
The little
that you guys had.
chapel,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That would have been better. On the steps.
Some old white guy is like banging a gavel and. but like it's not like we didn't auction off the black people too. Like yeah, that's terrible. Like the white people, black people, Asian, everybody. Like there was like we all got auctioned off. We all were slaves for a day.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm just like that. If that happened now, everybody's getting fired. Everybody's.
But here's the thing about Orm back in the day. I think that if they would have really cared. I just said the name, didn't I? That's getting bleeped out. Gonna have to find a little clip to throw over that. Back in the day, if they wanted to be like one of the top 3 schools, because now they're revered as like among the top 3 boarding schools in the nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the crazy thing is that if they wanted to be there back then, they totally could have. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that much has changed besides they fired all the fuckboys that worked there that allowed this crazy shit to happen.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
didn't the owner
The
sell?
curriculums and stuff are the same as far as I know.
The owner sold too, right?
Yeah, well, the Orms were tired of dealing with the fuck shit because I guess like the board was trying to like screw them out of money, and then like it got. My understanding is it got really bad when Charlie Orm or the Katie and Lauren's grandfather or whatever got worse with whatever, and like I don't know. There was a whole lot of. Like,
I think we're getting
You're
too
gonna do a lot of
detailed.
bleeping
We're
right now,
losing
yeah.
people. We're losing people right now.
Anyways,
That's,
but so they're
yeah.
not crazy like that anymore. The last person I know that went there that was crazy. Remember Tyler Martinez? Remember when we gave him his first dip and he puked all over the fucking sled? That
I
shit was
don't
funny.
remember that, but
That shit was
Yeah.
funny. He got one from JB Kessler. That shit was fucking amazing. JB had like shown up for this is a good story too, so I'm gonna tell it. But JB had shown up for like one of our homecoming games, and you know,
do
JB,
we have? Hang on. Do we have 100% shield right now?
yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Sweet.
So JB comes back, and he's here for the homecoming thing, and we used to do the sled meetings, which you know, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck's a sled meeting? It's a football thing. We meet by fucking one of the sleds, blah 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 blah, pump each other up, some gay fraternity shit. Anyways, this little kid was in like 7th grade, and he was like, "Yo, let me get a dip," and we were like, you sure about that, man? Like, this is some intense shit for the first time. Remember when I did my first one in fucking Chance's room? I was like, oh shit. But he's like, yeah, I want to be cool like you guys is basically, you know, the gist of what he was getting at. And so JB gave him the fattest fucking dip ever and just started laughing. I was like, you're a dickhead, dude. And this kid, this kid, within like 5 minutes, goes behind that tree by the away stand and starts puking his fucking brains out. And so, anyways, he was the last person there that I can remember that got kicked out, and he got kicked out for a heroin addiction.
Heroin? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or at least that is what I'm told.
There are a lot of drugs, man.
Oh, yeah. There was that one girl, and I'm not saying any names because she's fucking crazy, but the one girl who was trying to put lead fucking paint in her veins. I was like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
Oh man.
Yeah, just crazy shit. That school was so crazy, but I wouldn't change my high school.
Fuck.
Where are you? Where are you?
Back down to the right. I don't know why these motherfucking guys are just there. Well, I do know why, because I'm a little bitch, dude. Oh, thank God I got that speed piling on me right now.
I smell that blood. Is there another one on you? Oh, there's one right there.
No. Oh.
Okay.
This is nuts. Jesus.
And off the topic of Orm. Fuck Orm. We had a good time.
Yeah.
There's some crazy ass people there. We were some crazy ass people there.
Jeez. Anyways, let's talk Diablo a little bit, because this is supposed to be a Diablo podcast, right?
Yeah, we talked a good amount.
A little bit.
I think we're gonna have to split this into two though, but I'm not mad at that. I think that's good. So, Diablo. What are we talking about? How we feel about the season. I think the season feels good.
We'll see. Do you know anybody that plays console?
Or
not console. I'm sorry. PC.
Yes, but he doesn't play right now. Currently, he hasn't played for a year.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering like what it looks like on PC right now. Like if people are like if everybody's running a Necro, if that's what it feels like.
I wish we could. I wish we could reach out to the Quest Starch. We'll just rhyme with their real name and ask that question. But like, fuck that. I'm good. I don't want to have a conversation with them. I actually was watching one of the podcasts and again was severely disappointed with it. Like the information is great, not like dissing on the information.
Yo guys, I got some fucking.
The presentation style.
Shit.
Presentation style is just, oh god, makes me want to fucking like.
It's kind of tedious.
Mutilate myself. But anyways, yeah, I should. I got a couple people I can reach out to and see if.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see, like, if they're pushing faster, if they're pushing harder.
I feel like it's probably in the hundreds on PC.
Yeah.
Just because of the precision level, not because they're better players. I think that they're, I think that you can get more out of all the different characters on PC.
Man, this is intense, man. I hate leveling. I hate power leveling.
Dude, we would have had you. You would have been caught up to Randy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of it. I got a bunch of gear, so I'm as soon as I get to 70, I'm fucking straight. But
right. Randy, you need to get yourself that little dragon. That dragon pet is dope.
Yeah, he's cool.
My little spider that I got.
My little like Zelda character is the best.
Yeah, he actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Teddy bear too.
I've seen the teddy bear. The teddy bear is cool. Have you seen my unicorn? My undead vampire unicorn?
Randy hasn't seen it. I don't think. I think it's cool though. I like your little.
I know that with the Necro, you end up getting a pet, right?
Yeah, the incomplete like mini flesh golem.
Yeah.
He's kind of cool.
A turned inside out person.
Yeah, it is pretty.
So
the chick from Martyrs.
Did you guys play in January?
I did, but I didn't play heavy enough to really get anything. I didn't get the little butcher pet or anything like that.
Oh man, yeah, I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, he's super cool, and I'm really fucking like mad that I wasn't into Diablo enough to do that. I was really into Destiny at the time. Was the problem?
Oh man. So last night I went to a soccer game, and then right after it, caught the tail end of the Bones Jones fight. And I was just winning.
so
Then I
good.
went to the casino and lost all the money that I won on the fight.
Way to do it, though.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
You're even.
But
Technically, you're even.
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say, like, at the end of the night, you said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go triple my money." Famous last words,
Yeah.
right?
that did not work very well for me.
So me and Amanda went to the casino for my birthday, and luckily I only decided to gamble with what was it, like 60 bucks, 40, 60 bucks. She was like, "What, are you just not feeling it?" And I was like, no, like I don't think it's there for me tonight, you know. And luckily it wasn't, because as soon as I put the fucking money down on the black, gone.
God.
$5 min.
And it's gone.
Yeah, $5 min. Lost every single hand and like we're not talking like bad, you know, going in. It's like we're talking like I'm getting 19s, 18s. This bitch is hitting fucking 20s and 21s. I'm like, fuck you, cheating
That's
ass
the worst when that
bitch.
happens.
Oh man, I was mad. I was heated. And Amanda was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm good." So I just watched her fucking gamble, which was actually pretty entertaining. And then like we saw one of her friends, right? So her friend's there gambling. And she's got fucking stacks, bro. Just stacks. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So we asked one of the other guys that works there that Amanda knows, because Amanda has a fucking gambling problem. And and he goes, and we're like, how much did she start with? And he was like, I think like 150. She had $4,500.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck can't my life be like that?
Sometimes you're hitting, sometimes you're not, man.
Well, here's the thing. I was asking Amanda about her. I was like, you know, so what's the deal? Is this just like a really lucky night for her? She goes, no, this is normal. This is how she makes like the insane amount of money that she makes. Because she's a VP for a company or something, and then she gambles like hardcore like that, but she just wins. And I'm like, how the fuck? How? Teach me. I want to be rich.
Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you don't, man.
I guess.
God.
I
Do it again.
yes.
Let's see if I can fucking survive.
See if you can get to 60.
Yeah, that's all I need. I gotta get to 60.
It's like a game.
I gotta get to 60.
Yeah, it's like a.
If I get to 60, I should be straight, because that's when my cheat death unlocks.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's true. No. Well, yeah, you're a fucking wizard. I was like, no, 41, and I was like, wait a second, that's necromancer. Okay, so let's get off this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna save that to the end. Never mind. Let's talk a little bit of sports. I feel like there's a lot going on in the realm of sports, and that a lot that needs to be addressed. First off, there's the whole fantasy league going on. Oh, you got the Hydras going on. I was like, what the fuck is popping out of the ground?
That's me.
We got the fantasy league stuff going on. Or not fantasy, which I'm trying to join, but fucking gay ass ESPN. I shouldn't slander any ESPN.
ESPN, they changed all the coding for the site too. So like
shit.
I usually make like some pretty sweet, pretty fun like league managers notes, but I gotta like relearn all the coding. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, both you guys are in the fantasy league now. It's gonna be super fun. We're going to Vegas next.
Which, by the way, I'm super fucking broke going into my daughter's birthday, so I'm probably not gonna pay until like September.
That's okay. It was a last minute thing anyway, so.
Yeah. As long as the money's
but yeah,
right.
We're all going to Vegas. We got 8 people going to Vegas this year. 8 out of 12. That is going to be so fun.
I mean, next year I'll for sure be there.
Until you find out who bitches out.
Yeah, right. Well, Jake's got his flight. I mean, we should be good, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I
know Ben was talking about maybe not being able to go. I was like, dude, you're saying this like a week out?
Yeah, I talked to him about it too.
Because he's got my old job.
Yeah. Either way,
what's your old job?
Running a conference center.
Oh, okay.
But they like sprung it on him in the middle of wedding season, so.
So Randy went from running a conference center to Randy enjoys the fine arts of handling meat.
Handling meat.
And in the way that you think that I am contest. He is a concierge. he escorts in Vegas, which is why
Concierge.
which is why he will be there. He's already going to be working.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Don't let Richard trick you into trying to touch his dick.
Oh, what the fuck happened, man?
Oh my
I literally don't know what's happening. I don't even know what just happened.